Hi, I'm Gobi, and welcome to the fifth video in our series, Organize Your Existence for a Life of Happiness and Fulfillment. So, today's point is, maybe there's always something new that you need to try to be happy. Happiness is almost about change. There's always some tweak you need to do to make essentially in your life, a tweak to make to your sheet. For instance, everyone has principles they live their life by, but I personally store those principles in a Google Sheet. And so every now and then, although I don't like to change the sheet, I don't like to change the sheet because I like to stick to certain principles, but sometimes through the experience of life, I find myself having to change the sheet, essentially a design iteration. And one of the things I famously remember was the CEO of, I think, a company called Kissmetrics, Hiten Shah, said, one of the reasons they didn't succeed was that they just kept changing things too much and too fast. And I've always been cautious about that. So I'm happy about being agile, but I'm cautious about changing things too quickly and changing things every day. So I thought, should I really be changing my sheet all the time to be happy? Or why can't I find a set of principles to live my life by that are fixed, and then I can live the rest of my life by them and be happy forever? Well, it turns out that life experiences sometimes make it so that you do have to change your sheet. My goal is to be changing it every year as opposed to every day. And one of the things that I thought of is really when you see something in life that's worth doing, if there's something worth doing, I found that you should just do it. You shouldn't put it off too long. So if there's a change worth making in your life, and it seems like it is quite worth doing, then you should just do it. This is the final draft of your life. So it makes sense to iterate through your life and do those design iterations upon need, because this is your life and you want it to be as good as it can be. If it's not possible to change your sheet or your principles of life, then one other thing is you can focus on the positivity of life. So that sounds cliched, but what you can do specifically is you always know what you should be doing, your duty. So what you could do is when things drag you down, you could say, but there is this positive thing, which is the task at hand that I'm in the middle of right now that I should have my focus on. And that helps to an extent. And all of these essentially practices are intended to train our neurally plastic brain. And so that is what I think is important. So as your sheet changes, your brain changes. As your set of principles change, your mind changes and your approach changes. But try to not change too much, change upon need. Thank you, and please subscribe below.